welcome. We have a special guest, the Vice Mayor, correct? City Council, you
Yeah.
represent the 6th District of Stockton, California.
Yes, that is correct.
And you came down my timeline, Miss Kimberly Wormsley, welcome, because a celebrity blogger, Jason Lee, is going to run against you. And
Hmm.
he was throwing some shade. And I said, wait a minute. I know he not no politician. So let me go and see who is he running against. So I called your office, I researched you, and it's something that caught my eye. You are a social worker, you do therapy.
Yes.
And I have bipolar. I was diagnosed with bipolar.
Hmm.
There is a news clip when I had a manic breakdown, and that was the first time I had this type of breakdown. And so they put me in the psychiatric unit, etc. And when I saw that, I said, God brought us together because so many of African American people battle with mental illness. And for you to be working for the people, and I talked to so many of your constituents, like some of my followers are in your district, and they said you do a good, one lady said you do a good ass job, and I'm voting for her because you're there for the people. Welcome. Introduce yourself to the people that have not heard about you.
All right. Well, thank you very much for the invitation. My name is Kimberly Wormsley. I am the Vice Mayor of the City of Stockton, council member, social worker, clinical therapist, parent, advocate, you name it. I have a wealth of experience just in the realm of social work. And so have been happily representing South Stockton for quite some time as a council member. But even before that, I was always activated and just engaged in the community. And just to kind of give you like an introduction to South Stockton, first of all, Stockton is a very diverse city and community. South Stockton specifically is the oldest part of the city. And so historically, Stockton's been a city for probably 159, 160 years. So historically, South Stockton was like one of the oldest parts of the city. And so I say that to say this, that the development and the divide between South Stockton and other parts of Stockton, there's a gap. There's a lot of concerns in South Stockton. And just like through my tenureship, I've just been really kind of paving the way and dealing with like the health disparities, the mental health challenges, the pandemic, the natural disaster, and just really just uplifting the community through like education and engagement, while moving the city forward. So that's just a little bit about me. I have 5 children, 3 adults and two younger children, and I really like tacos, and my favorite color is pink, black, and red.
Oh, pink, black, and red. I love it. Because I always said I cover city government in Chicago. I'm a resident in
Mhm.
Chicago, Illinois. And I talked to so many residents, and they would come up to me and say, Wiley, they need to do something quickly. I said, that don't how the government work. It's a process. So speaking about
Sure.
your district, Jason Lee put out a post that I'm going to bring all these grocery stores. We're going to change the food desert. That's not practical because it is a process to go to the in majority of the city hall have to approve it, zoning, etc. So take us back because that area is considered some parts of the area considered a food desert. So how can you change it? What have you been doing in city hall to bring grocery stores to those underserved communities that have to travel so far just for good groceries?
Yeah, good question. I think that most people don't understand that there's a formulary process to if and when a retail store wants to bring a store into Stockton. And so a lot of it isn't like, you pick up the food and you get, Winco or Walmart and say, yo, I want you to, build a store here. Like there's formularies that stores use to determine whether or not they want to develop or not. We do know that we just got out of a historic pandemic, historic endemic. We know that the recession is real. South Stockton is also a community that is disadvantaged economically. And these are factors that, retail chains do look at when they decide whether or not they want to develop. So it is a process, and there is zoning challenges as well. Like, a franchise can't just pick an area in the city and say, yeah, we want to go there. There's a permit process or zoning and, environmental impact when people decide whether or not they want to develop. And then, secondly, in the interim, there's been so much good work with we have RX pharmacy where constituents, especially constituents of color, especially constituents who have health disparities, where they can get an RX and get like access to fresh fruits and vegetables through a variation of nonprofits and community-based organizations. And I know that that's like not always the result that people want. And again, I'm a South Stockton native just as well. I've been here all my life. I've never left the district, and so I've seen the challenges. But the challenges, um, there's not one individual that's going to like overturn everything and just make everything culture. Like, it is a lot of hard work, collaboration, not only with the city but also like with the county, and other policy influencers and developers that have to happen for these things to be uplifted. So it is a process, and I think that sometimes people believe that if you're in office you could just like make that change quickly. And sometimes it doesn't happen the way that you would like it to happen.
Absolutely, because everybody has been hitting my DM up because I'm a full-time YouTuber, not a politician. But when Jason made this post, he said this quote: "The elected leader in South Stockton District of 6 has failed the community, not just the last 4 years, but I would even say the last 12. I'm committed to making this one of my priorities of my campaign, not only to see a grocery store, but to see the elimination of future liquor stores and smoke shops." And that was a direct attack at you because he said not the last 4. You held that position for how long?
Uh, 3 years.
Okay. So he's talking about you, and you are a Black woman. Have Jason Lee called you and try to bring suggestions to work with you? Because last time I checked, he was in LA interviewing celebrities, Tiffany Haddish, so many others. His company is not in South Stockton. His studio is not in South Stockton. He have not created like massive jobs in South Stockton. He don't even own a grocery store in South Stockton. So I'm trying to understand, have he tried to help you before he ran or trying to run against you for your seat?
I I think that that's a kind of a difficult question to answer because there's just so much history in that. But I will say this. First and foremost, one of the things that I have done in respects to the smoke shops in the area is that the council passed unanimously a smoke shop ordinance. I'm also on the legislative committee, so this is a bill that or an ordinance that I did take part in building, and so we have now laid out code that regulates where a smoke shop can be and should be. And so moving forward, like a smoke shop can't be near a school. There also will be like zoning regulations where areas of the town can or cannot be saturated. Unfortunately, once again, this city has had its challenges before me, it probably before, I mean, maybe even 30, 40 years, we're talking of challenges. And so, once again, it's very difficult um, to mitigate all of the challenges that South Stockton has had in just 3 years. And keeping in mind that my first year in office, we were still in lockdown. We still had COVID-19 regulations where we were social distancing and not, you know, um, a lot of people were still in their homes. So it's not, when you get elected in office, you want to rock and roll and you're ready to go and do things, but it's not as quickly as you would like it to be, not as quickly as I want it to happen. the council member before me, the council member before that council member. Like, there are processes in place. And so I just think that I want people to be mindful of what city government is, what the reality of city government is.
And that's why I'm glad you're on here, because you're giving us the process. This is a very slow process, because you gotta understand, you come in office about 3 years, right? You say it was during the pandemic. You're coming in trying to undo decades
Yep.
of mismanagement. And
Yep.
you are qualified for this position. Do you think Jason Lee is qualified to run the district? Do you think he's qualified for the position? Because a lot of people said, he's not qualified. He's just a blogger. He have a media company, but running a media company is totally different than being a public servant.
Yeah, so I just want to make something clear. Like, I'm not here to validate or invalidate any individual. But I will say that my political resume and the work that I've done kind of speaks for itself. In these challenges, you need someone who's able to assess, to determine, implement, and be able to work with people across the board in collaboration and in the collective spirit of resolutions and strategies for change. And I really want to make that clear to the audience and to the future voters, is that, it really is, this race is going to really come down to the person who can continue to do the good work. And once again, am I going to be able to undo 50 years of injustice? Probably not. And I consider myself a dedicated and hardworking individual, but there are challenges. This is not a one woman vote. I have 6 other colleagues that have to be on board to whatever political strategy or solution that I may bring forth. And sometimes that's not always the case. And then again, when we're talking about multi-jurisdictional, because we have the board of supervisors, we have the city of Stockton, the Stockton City Council, we have the school district, and a council member is, you're going to have to work with all those entities in order to really, pull off whatever political aspiration, goals, and or strategies that you have for your district.
Absolutely. And I just found out maybe a couple of weeks ago that it's not illegal what Jason is doing, meaning you could just move into the area and run for office. You don't have to be there for 2-3 years. Is that true? Because that's what I heard. That's what I read, to actually run for office. So you don't necessarily have to be a long-term resident. You can move like 6 months and run. Like, can you clarify that for the public?
So it's 30 days that you have to establish residency, and that is the city charter.
So I can move from Chicago and live in Southside for about 30 days prior the deadline to run for office.
And be a registered voter. Be a registered
voter.
Mm-hmm.
And I can run for office?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wow. So how did that work? Because you could just put somebody's address. Do you have to physically be there, or just put the address?
Well,
because Jason Lee, my producers, is telling me they were just partying with him. He's in LA full time, and from my sources, that he lives with his sister and her 2 children. So I'm trying to understand, if you're not physically living there, to me that looks like fraud, because there have been cases of people trying to have their kids in certain districts, and they found out like, hey, you can't put grandma address because you don't live at grandma address. So I'm trying to understand, how is that legal when his business is in LA, his home is in LA, his multiple partners is in LA? How can he just move to Stockton and just put his sister address? I just don't understand that. And so I'm just trying, you in city council, do you think the city should change the rules and change that law so to make it seem like to make it more fair, because that means anybody, any outsider, because Jason Lee is an outsider, could just run for office.
Well, let me be clear on one thing. It's a city charter, so it isn't necessarily up to the individual. It's the people. It's the people who who vote to support or not a charter. It is part of election code, so it's kind of beyond Kimberly's.
So it had to be collective. The registered voters will have to change that. Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I see you, you have a resume. When I see Jason Lee, I see Hollywood. And Southstock don't need a celebrity. We see how that happened with Trump during the pandemic. He was a celebrity. And he said, well, just drink some bleach and be done with it. So, and that's why he lost during the pandemic, because he took it as a joke. And that was a very crisis that was going through. So I would, if I was in South Stockton, if I was living in your district, I would vote for you, number one, based off your resume, based on your character, based on you working. You did a panel with women, and you were on a panel here. My producer had sent it to me, and you were actually working and talking about caregiver burnout and all of that. So, I've done my homework.
Okay, yeah.
So you out here working. I don't see Jason Lee doing any of that. Only thing I see Jason Lee is talking about celebrity, but you're working, talking about the benefit of people working with elderly folks and being a caregiver and all of that. Let's talk about the mental health piece. Do you feel like it should be more services in your district in South Stockton, Stockton period, dealing with mental health?
I work for a professional association for social workers, and a part of the largest, concern of social workers and therapists across the globe is that there isn't enough therapists to go around. There isn't enough service providers, especially service providers of color, for communities of color. There's not enough providers who are multilingual, because that is a barrier, like whether or not you're Spanish speaking or you speak Punjabi or Cambodian or Vietnamese. That's a problem. And then most importantly, a group that continues to kind of be left out is the neurodivisive communities. So people who have hearing impairments or may not be able to see how much information on intervention related to mental health is in Braille. I think that that's also something that is lacking. And unfortunately, we're not building a pipeline of mental health professionals that are equipped to deal with the mental health crisis that we are in. As I mentioned earlier, we just got out of a pandemic. A lot of people were isolated. Anxiety is at its all-time high. Post-traumatic stress disorder is at an all-time high. Depression is at an all-time high. And we just don't have enough providers to provide services. And so that's been part of my give back to the community since 2017, when I became licensed. I did a lot of healing circles for survivors, for victims of crime, because I knew that unfortunate circumstances was indiscriminate and was at a rise. Stockton's at a disadvantage because we're the Central Valley. And so, we're in competition with the Bay Area. So people who are in the profession would probably prefer to work in the Bay Area or the Sacramento region, where the salaries are higher. So there are less clinicians and social workers available in the Central Valley than in any other area in the state. And that's a problem.
That is a big problem, because I remember when I had my mental health crisis, and now I know it was a manic breakdown, and they took me to the hospital and they released me in a couple of hours. So then I was pushed and I had to move to Texas, and then I had a mental breakdown, another manic breakdown in a public library, and it was on the news. And that was when I finally was able to get help. But like they said at that particular hospital, Green Hospital, you should have gotten the help in Chicago. but how many of African Americans that have had breakdowns that is not as lucky as me because they're in prison or dead? I'm so grateful that the state of Texas, which is a red state,
Yes.
stepped in. So
Right.
now I said I was in a blue state, Chicago, considered a blue state. They pushed me back on the street, and I was on the south side of Chicago in Inglewood. So I commend what the state did, with what they did, because I was able to get the med, I was able to get the medication. Now trying to get therapy is a whole nother beast, because in order to get free therapy, you got to be in all these multiple crises. But I tell my psych doctor, I'm trying to avoid that crisis. Let me get a therapist. So it's difficult because we don't push. I believe in this country we should have free therapy. Period.
Yeah.
Like if you need therapy, because it's to help retool the mind, to make sure everything is working. Like when you have a car, you have to give maintenance work, right? You need an oil change at a certain amount of miles. I look at that as therapy. A certain amount of things you go through, you should be able to check in to work through your day or work through a process or crisis.
Sure. And I think that that's like across the board, because sometimes it's an insurance panel issue, like when people have Medi-Cal or Medicaid, because every state is different with that. There's lack of accessibility here in California, believe it or not, and I don't know what every state does, but here in California, it's very rare that an adult can get individual therapy with Medi-Cal. And that's problematic because they have to go to group. And that's problematic because people have trust issues. So who wants to be in a group setting, like talking about
that is so true, because they say, well, you can go to group. I don't want to be telling these strangers my personal business.
Yeah, it's a problem. It is definitely a problem, but also some private, like I have a private practice. I do take insurances, and there's certain insurances I do not take because it's difficult. It's difficult getting the reimbursement back because they put you through so many challenges to be reimbursed. But typically, if I have a client who has a problematic health insurance panel, typically I would just see them just per bono, just because I know how it is, and I've just done this. I've been a therapist for so long. I don't want to say I can do it in my sleep, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm just very good at what I do, not only just, through the experiences or the educational processes, but just the live experience and the things that I've seen growing up in Stockton, and in particular, South Stockton.
Thank you. What is, if you can answer, what are you planning on doing if you get reelected? Like, what do you stand on? Because I know the election is next year, correct? In 2000.
It's in March. It's right around March.
And next year, so it's heating up. So what is your campaign? What is the top 3 things that you want to implement or do?
Definitely bringing in an intergovernmental aspect of being a vessel in resolving the mental health crises, and also like how homelessness and mental health kind of intersects. So dealing with our unsheltered residents and community members who may also be dealing with mental health, substance abuse, and/or health disparities. Secondly, because of the pandemic and just all of the crises that the state and the city has gone through, a lot of our projects are kind of behind the 8 ball. So bringing those projects into fruition is definitely a priority. And then, of course, economic vitality, because I believe that poverty is like intersectional to everything. Poverty is intersectional on whether or not you're going to thrive in school, whether or not you're going to be able to sustain or maintain a job, whether or not your quality of life is going to be, better or indifferent. So really looking at the poverty perspective and how to be a champion in that realm. And that, I would say, that's probably the top 3.
Absolutely. And I will be in South Stockton. Because if an outsider can run, so can outside media cover this, because this is what Black-owned media needed, because we need to showcase you. because you're doing the work. And I'm guilty of this because I have showcased a lot of celebrity gossip. And that's okay, but we need to talk about the real issue, because after you learn about Cardi B and Offset, you need to be knowing about the issues that's going on in your community. And that's,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And I just want to echo on that sentiment. I think that a lot of times, especially if you reside in a disadvantaged community, sometimes it's hard to prioritize, the election when you're trying to prioritize how you're going to maintain your household.
Yes.
However, I think just across the board, like it's super important to be involved and like know who your elected officials are. And then also understanding what they have capacity or control of. What's the difference between a board of supervisor and a council member?
Mm.
Like a lot of times people can't even identify that. Or school districts, like what is your school board trustee responsible for, or what are they not responsible for? And I'll just kind of close out by saying this, something that I learned when I got onto council. I got onto to the flood control agency. And I was just like, what? I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to talk about water. Like, it's crazy. Like, why talk about water? But when I started going to the meetings, I said, oh, this is why we have to talk about water. We got to talk about, flood risk. We got to talk about the purity of water. We have to talk about groundwater. Like, there's so many aspects of water that we should know about, and representation matters. So when you don't have, you know, representations on the water committees of people who like look like the community, the consequences could be a life altering. And so I've learned a lot about water, and I've actually enjoyed being on that committee for the last few years.
Wow. That's amazing. How can people learn more about your campaign for those that want to volunteer or contribute?
So I am nearing the completion of my website. It's so easy. It's KimberlyWarmsley.com. So, come through and read more about me and the campaign, and my legislative resume. I think that I've done some great things. So I'm excited.
Absolutely.
I'm excited
Are you
about
gonna,
24 and ready to go.
are you going to host any town halls to meet? Are you going to do any of that next year, or planning to do it?
Oh, we have so many opportunities to kind of uplift and elevate the work that we're doing, and being on the ground as well. So I'm excited about that.
I'm excited for you. I'm so happy to meet you. I'm so happy to have this conversation, because it all started when they said Jason was running. I said, this is weird. And I've learned from my sources that he's just doing it to build up his resume. But we shouldn't be doing this to build up our resume. We should be doing it for being of service of the public. If you're not willing to be of service of the public, there's no need for you to hold up that seat. And I believe that you are doing a great job. Um, and I hope and pray that you continue that, because we need more Black women, especially that's standing up for Black folks, to be in that seat. Not doing it for clicks and views, not doing it for glamour, not doing it to be on the shade room, on the front cover of Hollywood Unlocked, but you're doing it for the people. And a lot of folks don't know you because, number one, you're not showing your clothes, your private parts. You're not talking about Cardi B, or I'll say you're actually doing real things. And that need to be uplifted. We don't promote that on the blog. We promote a lot of foolishness. We need to start promoting excellence. So thank you for coming on the show, Miss Kimberly Wormsley, the vice mayor. And also, what is the vice mayor? Because people didn't understand that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
tell them what that position is.
So basically, as a vice mayor, when the mayor is unavailable, you act in that individual's capacity, whether it's like presenting an honor or a recognition, or you're doing like a groundbreaking event, and or just leading the city in distress. So you are kind of like right underneath the mayor in terms of like rank and file. So that is what the vice mayor is. In the city of Stockton, I am the second African American vice mayor in the history of Stockton. So I'm kind of proud about that too.
Yes, I'm proud for you. Thank you, sister. Thank you for coming on the show. Like I said, I will be there to bring my the cameras there because I want people to know, because I've done this in Chicago with the whole migrant crisis and everything, and I've done some more things for the city as well, because I think a lot of, because mainstream media don't talk about issues in our community. They have their own narrative, and they're not going to talk, especially bring you on there, educated and talking about bringing, change, especially with mental health. So I'm going to be a part of the solution by using my show to bring awareness to what is going on in this country. So thank you, and I wish you all the
Oh,
best
I,
luck.
I appreciate you and thank you for reaching out. And
Yes, I had to reach out. I had to reach out because I said, wait a minute, that's already a resume. I'm like, she needs to stay. Actually, we need some more Kimberly Hormsley at all level of government that's actually doing the work. And when I called your office, they said you were in a meeting. And I said, she in a meeting working, not in a meeting, going on Twitter, dragging Nicki Minaj because they won't interview with you. You actually in a meeting uplifting the community. So thank you.
thank you. And you have a great day and
All
stay
right.
blessed and let
You
me
too.
know. Bye.
Thank you.
You're
Bye.
welcome.
Thank you. Bye bye. Oh man, that was amazing. Thank you for so much for coming on. That was amazing. That was amazing. Did y'all enjoy that? So really, really good that we had her on the show, because we had to go get the facts, and we had to bring somebody on the show that had this position for the last 3 years, and we stand with Kimberly Walmsley, and we are definitely saying make sure y'all go vote for her now. Make sure for her and everything. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Hello. Oh, no problem. Thank you. Oh, no, 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 no. Yes. Yes. Okay. Well, so it was amazing. So of course we had to get to the mess, and they said, "Oh, Wiley, you asked so many messy questions." I'm like, "Wait a minute. My job is to do my show the way I do my show. Don't I look good on camera? Ooh, get into the gold teeth. I cut off the beard because by the time I thought about it, I'm like, dang, I wanted to keep my beard, but I was like, I like the gold teeth. I like the gold teeth. So I'm gonna do the beard, but probably another time. But I had to get her on the show, and we had to talk about that. Now we got a lot of stuff to get into, so let's get into it. Okay, we ain't gonna be here all day, but we had to get into these topics. Now we got to get into Jay Holiday. This guy, I'm so tired of seeing these sad, old gut, beer gut R&B artists. Like, y'all can't hit the gym. Jay Holiday, your song, I'm gonna put you to bed. The vocals was whack. He did a video that went viral. You got a beer belly. You were out of breath. Like, why y'all can't work out? I don't understand that. It reminded me when I was sitting in Dallas when Bobby Brown was performing. The man was out of breath. And I said, that's Bobby Brown? I said, he out of breath. They probably gonna have to wind up doing CPR, giving this man oxygen. So I'm saying Jay Holiday, I'm like, bruh, y'all wasting y'all money. Like, y'all got to get up on it. I'ma put you to bed, bed. Hey, you need to be singing, put you to bed. Baby J Holiday, you need to be rolling the bed up in there and you humping on a female. Let me break it down to you, J Holiday. You should have had Sexy Red up on the bed. You should have been humping. I'ma put you to bed. You know what I'm saying? You should have been doing all that to get us talking, to get us having. You could have had Cardi B on there and everything like that. Just don't kiss her because allegedly, according to Tasha, she got bumps. But you could have put Cardi B up on the bed and humped her, and it would have went viral. But you out of breath, like you supposed to be a symbol. You supposed to be a sex symbol. So you up there gonna sit and be out of breath? Come on, bruh. That's a waste of time. You got an audacity to have that bare belly. I speak to your same shirt. You did that. You supposed to, I will put you to bed. You supposed to put that yank in it. You know, when you do it, you supposed to, you know, I'm gonna put you to bed. You know, you supposed to be in it. You got to put that jerk in it. When I supposed to watch, when I see somebody perform, my mind's supposed to be going in your drawers and in your bedroom as an artist. I should be get immediately turned on. I shouldn't be like, damn, I hope you don't fall out. I have to do CPR. 1, 2, 3. I should be in there lusting. Baby, my drawers should be soaking wet. I remember back in the day when I used to go to concerts back in 1990 or 1987. I used to go to a lot of concerts. I went to Luther. I seen Luther at the Howard Theater in D.C. It was about 1987. And Luther was performing and I just threw my drawers on stage. I literally just threw my drawers on stage. Okay? A chair is still a chair. I love that. Even when there's no one sitting there, there's not a no one there. And I would run on stage. I would throw my drawers. Okay? I would literally throw my girdle. Because I used to wear my grandmother girdles. You know, back in 1985, I was a cross-dresser. I put on one of my grandmother's girdles. She had a lot of girdles. You know, we was poor. She went to the Goodwill, and I got one of her girdles because I like to be, you know, strapped up, you know, because I used to like to keep snacks and sneak in snacks. So anything, when them lyrics, I mean, and I would snatch that girdle off and I would throw it on stage. So what happened with these artists? They got lazy. Back in the day, artists had stage presence. We need to get back to the stage presence. We got to get back to that presence, you guys. That's just my honest opinion. We have to get back to the presence of the stage. We have to. We have to do it. So when Jay Holiday, you didn't do it right. Okay. Don't my skin look good? Don't it look good? Don't my skin look good? I used to wear girdles back in the day. I used to wear some girdles. Yes, I did. I used to wear some girdles back in the day. Are you mad? Okay. You know, back in the day, I used to wear girdles. I don't think females wear girdles no more. They let it breathe down. There weren't no girdles. They ain't studying no girdles. They be letting it breathe down there. They be letting it breathe down there. That's what they do. They go ahead and let it breathe. All right. You can't get mad. They really be letting that stuff breathe down there. Give me a second. How y'all doing in this chat? And I don't get me wrong. Put You to Bed is that song. When you hear that song, you pregnant. Man, you pregnant. Okay, you is pregnant. You put that song on. You is pregnant. And I got myself in a mess. I hope I ain't gonna be no father in 9 months, Paul. You heard that female in the conversation. She said she ain't have her cycle. I hope I ain't gonna put her name out there. You know, we do a baby shower until we take the DNA test. I know she was kind of offended by that, saying she and I was the only one, but I don't know, because females like Paul, you know that. I know. She said, you know, you're the only one. I said, I don't know if I'm the only one. Only you and Yo Yoni know that, but I need confirmation. Before I put Wiley on the birth certificate, I need to get that DNA test for her. I need to get that swab. Once I get that swab, Then I put that announcement, hey, y'all, I'm about to be a father, you know, congratulations, whatever. But I should have never been listening to Jay Holiday. I should have never been listening to there's a meeting in my bedroom. Okay, and my pull-out game, I don't have no pull-out game. It was too good. How can I pull out with something? When something is good, you dig deep in it. You don't do no pulling out. When something is real good down in your you can't pull out, man. Please. Then you talking to me. Then you scratching my back. Then you grabbing the back of my neck. Then it's gripping. How can you pull out? Answer that question. How could you pull out? I can't. I just can't. I go in a position, yeah, so I listen to all that music, but she said she's probably pregnant, you know. Yeah, breaking news, you know what I'm saying? Breaking news. And I already told her because she already said, if it's yours, will we get married? I said, of course. So we'll get married today. You know, once the results come, if you pregnant, if it's mine, we'll go down there to the courthouse and get married. Yeah, we'll go down in the courthouse and get married. We'll let Bishop Whitehead do the wedding. Yeah, we'll let Bishop Whitehead do it. I love Bishop Whitehead. He'll get up there and he'll do it. But yeah, I had to tell the truth, man. We'll let Bishop Whitehead do it. So that's how they're gonna be about it. So, you know, it was amazing. Don't get me wrong, it was amazing. But I kind of feel bad because I'm like, I'm not married, and that's sinful to have a baby and you're not married, because I never wanted a bastard. I never wanted a bastard. You know, I never wanted the bastard. I never wanted a bastard. You know, now I'm gonna have a little Wiley bastard, and I don't want a bastard. I really want a child and you know, not a bastard. Okay, now I'm gonna have to say to this baby, come here, you little bastard. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a bastard. So, you know, we'll see how it is, okay? I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel kind of like kind of excited on the inside, but I can't do it because, you know, we ain't married. Now I gotta say, bring me my little bastard baby. You know, shut up, you bastard. Because you ain't really lying. A bastard is when you have a child out of wedlock. So that's a bastard. Shut up, you ugly bastard. You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it said. You know, that's it said. Mm-hmm. How many baby daddies she got? She only got 2. Ain't bad. Y'all know how y'all do. She got 2 baby daddies. I'll be her 3rd baby daddy. You know, she got 2 baby daddies. She got 2 baby daddies and 3 kids. This will be her 4th. And you were just talking about Ashanti not being married. Yeah, that's Ashanti. And she's trash for not getting married. How dare you take up for Ashanti? Ashanti should have gotten married. So how dare you try to represent? Yeah, she's trash for not getting married because she's too rich and she's too old. I'm younger than Ashanti. And Tiffany, and I saw that you was trolling me, Tiffany. You thought I wasn't going to pull up on your road. You came in there, you was trolling me all in my comments. You always was trolling me in my comments. You told me, yes, I was talking about Ashanti. I talk about you too. So you're not going to put a ring on it? Yeah, I put a ring on it. If you to get the wax out your ears, I put a ring on it if she have my baby. And I'm going to if she have my baby, you know what I'm saying? If it's my baby, I will marry her. I will go down to the courthouse and I will marry her. Period. We will actually have our wedding in Vegas in April. Would you come, Tiffany Young? Because we already will be in Vegas. I'm going to get married. You know, I go to Vegas to get married. We got Latavia J. She can sing the song. You know, I go to Vegas to get married. I don't mind that. But I said what I said about Ashanti, but you got to understand, Tiffany Young, I am a sit-down comedian. Me talking about Jay Holiday, I am a sit-down comedian. This is what I do. Okay, well, then y'all can roll down Al since she is in the wheelchair. Now, you see Tiffany Young making fun of my baby mama already? This is crazy. Black women, y'all be wanting respect, and then y'all are disrespectful to y'all sisters. Then when I get disrespectful, don't talk to me like that, Wiley. I'm a lady. You must respect me. How can I respect you when you're not giving me lady material? Then you want to try to drag my future baby mama. You understand what I'm saying? So are you still going to tap with Bread Basket? I'm done with Bread Basket. I ain't going to be trouble with that. Do you want me to bring the chick that I deal with? She's a queen. Honestly, she is so beautiful. She is brown skin, beautiful, built, smell good, taste good. I never taste a good woman before. It tastes good. All the dudes that I taste, they was nasty. Like, she is so beautiful. Just thinking about her just make me say, yeah, shabashi. Hey, yabashada. You know, just thinking about her. Hey, shabababa, baby. You know, shada baba, jadada, shada baba. Hey, shaba. Hey, shaba, bo, ba, shaba, ho, ba, shiba. You know, just thinking about her just make me just think of water. Yeah, it makes me think of water. Water is so pure. It have a nice texture. It's a nice liquid that goes down your throat that massages the muscles in your throat. It's like water. Yeah, just like water. Okay. So I just want people to respect me and everything like that. Can I be the flower girl, Nate? You could be whatever you want to be. We brothers. You my brother. You could be my best. Do you want to be my best man, Nate 702? You could be my best man. You could be my best man if you want to. But I had to say it, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want y'all telling nobody that I'm about to be a father. Wait till it's verified. Wait till the DNA results come back. First we got to see if she's pregnant. Then we do the DNA test and everything like that. But y'all just don't tell nobody. This between us. We family. Okay, because we know we got some stalkers in the bushes. So y'all just keep it quiet. Do y'all understand? Y'all just keep it quiet, all right? Just keep it quiet because we do have a couple of stalkers in the bushes. Don't even. All right, so y'all keep it quiet. Don't tell nobody. All right, let's move on to the next topic. All right, look at the ladies. They mad. Okay. Let's talk about Nikki Haley. Now, Nikki Haley is the former governor, I believe, of South Carolina. I believe of Carolina, South Carolina, I believe. And she's saying this. She said this, that she is definitely going to, she wants to ban TikTok once and for all. And 30 minutes of TikTok equals 17% of anti-Semitism. So she literally are lying about TikTok. And you can't ban, if you open the door of banning TikTok, that just destroy having social media companies. Why would you ban something that Americans use? Republicans use TikTok. Everybody's using TikTok. Why are we just against TikTok when other countries collect our data, steal our data, sell our data? Why are you so concerned about TikTok? Just because you couldn't dance with your stale breads having self? Just because you can't wobble? Can you imagine seeing Nikki Haley doing the F the club up? F the club up. F the club. Come on, Nikki Haley. F the club up. F the club up. You see how she looking? F the club up. F the club. Come on, Nikki. F the club up. F the club. Oh, F the club up. Come on, you better come on, Nick. She can't even do it. All she can do is just smile. This lady is so evil. She should play in a scary witch movie. Like, and I'm black and I come to her house. Hello, Miss Nikki Haley. Can I get a sweet potato pie? Oh, yes, my child. Come and get a sweet potato pie. And you sitting there at the kitchen, eating a slice, then the room go dark. And then she just in there smiling. So tell me about your day. N-word. You know, it looked like she used the N-word. Like some white folks, I'm just not about to vote for it. Some white folks just look like they just gonna drag you with that N-word. It looked like she have said that before. Did you say it before, Nikki? You know you did. You said it before, heifer. She looked like she will call you the N-word and turn red in a second. I ain't voting for her for president, man, please. I'm voting for sleeping Joe Biden because my student loan debt was canceled. I ain't stunned no TikTok because TikTok ain't the reason why my credit score was low. My credit score was student loan and also mismanagement funding, okay? But you, Nikki Haley, I ain't voting for you, heifer. No. I'm voting for Joe Biden. And my second choice, if she ever run, is the vice president of the United States, Kamala Harris. I'm on their side. Now, Biden is not the best, but he canceled my student loan debt. So he's the best right now. But heifer, I ain't getting rid of TikTok. I just did my F the club up on TikTok. Make sure y'all follow me on TikTok. Why in the world You about to get rid of TikTok? I'm just at 700 followers. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers. I was just in that after club. I was in my doing my dance. I'm now dancing more, being more comfortable, being comfortable in my skin. Now you want to get rid of TikTok? Heifer. No, don't get rid of TikTok. I love TikTok. I could drag Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and you want to get rid of TikTok? Really? TikTok? Out of all the things you don't want to get rid of, greedy owners that take advantage of poor workers, Nikki Haley, ma'am, you want to get rid of TikTok? You don't want to get rid of the government when they get rid of these false government programs that some of these governors have the power to not expand Medicaid, but you want to get rid of TikTok? What about you get rid of people in office and use your muscle and your political connection and money to get rid of these politicians that don't want to give us equal dental care? Come on, sis. But you want to get rid of TikTok? Out of all the things you want to get rid of, you want to get rid of TikTok? How about we get rid of corporate greed? How about we get rid of the rich paying less in taxes and the poor paying all these taxes, and middle class paying all these taxes? If we want to get rid of, how about we get rid of a wasteful spending that we send to other countries before we send it to our own people? But you want to get rid of TikTok? Out of all the things, how about we get rid of these wicked organizations and stop dealing with them when they want to take out slavery out the school book? But you want to get rid of TikTok? Nikki, really? Nikki, Nikki, don't play with me. I'm not no fool. Don't play with me. And I sent your campaign an email, and I hope that you come on out here and come on my show. But you want to get rid of TikTok? I ain't playing with you. No, please. You can have several seats. Now, I'm going to respect you because you're a woman and you smiling. But on my after show, you're going to get dragged. Just know that. I'm going to drag you on my after show. So I'm saying Nikki now because it's my YouTube personality. But my after show personality, you're going to get dragged. Okay? I ain't stunning. You're going to get dragged. All right, now let's move on. Let's move on, child. Okay, I know it's late. Y'all can catch the replay. I know it's late. Y'all will just catch the replay. All right. So let's get into Hunter Biden. Now, this story when my producer sent it to me, I'm so over it. Like, this is really something, man. Hold on. So Hunter Biden indicted on 9 counts of tax evasion. Charges allegedly stems from the adult entertainment and payout to various women. So they're saying the RNC, the Republican National, is definitely rejoicing. What's the ugly is that the IRS is a nonpartisan agency and literally comes from everyone with funny style returns. So this was to be expected. We hope people won't be unkind to the IRS workers who are just doing their job. So Hunter Biden has been charged with federal tax crime, including 3 felonies for a long-running scheme to evade millions in taxes. The investigation is ongoing. The DOJ indictment against Hunter Biden says that between 2006 and 2006 through 2019, his personal expenses included $188,960 on adult entertainment, $683,202 on payments on various women's, $1,664,004 on ATM /cash withdrawal. So he was not paying his taxes on this. Yeah, you like to buy some coochie, but you weren't paying taxes on it. Y'all don't know that the IRS don't care what you do. You could do so much crime, but they could get, if you don't start paying taxes on that criminal stuff, they're gonna come after you. Not for the crimes that you're doing to get the money, but you didn't pay taxes on the money. That's how Al Capone was caught, because of tax evasion. So you got to pay your taxes. Now, he the president of the United States. During that time, he was the vice president of the United States or the son of a former vice president. But now, President Biden is the president. So his Hunter Biden's mess is President Biden's mess, which I think is crazy because we should separate the child or the adult from the president. Even though he's an adult child, he's still technically a child. So his issues and criminal behavior have nothing to do with Joe Biden. But they're trying to make it towards Joe Biden. They're actually trying to impeach the president of the United States of America. It's foolish. the president of the United States of America have nothing to do with Hunter Biden. Do you hear me? But you're spending money on that. And this clown actually slept with his brother's wife. He slept with his brother's wife. That's how nasty this man is. He's a very nasty man. So is he going to go to prison? I hope he goes to prison because we need him in prison, because we have to set an example that not only are we going after you poor people of color that does tax evasion, or poor people in the middle class, or wealthy poor or wealthy people or that is black, we actually going to go after our own people, which is white. So I understand why they did it, because it set a precedent that if you commit tax evasion, you must answer to those crimes, period. I love the fact that the president is not making a statement, because he cannot look like he's trying to persuade the IRS to do something, to work in favor of his son. But I'm honored that we are now talking about a man that finally getting these charges, because he did this. He's guilty. He spent it on strippers, spent it on coochie. He deserved to go down for what he did. It's just that simple. When you bag coochie, you will have to pay money and tax. You have to pay back the IRS the money that you're supposed to pay them. You got to pay a percentage on every dollar you get in this country. All right? You got to pay the money. And I know a lot of people don't understand that, but you got to pay the money. You got to. And I'm not going to sit here and play these games and everything. I'm definitely not going to sit here and play these games. I'm just not going to do it. Now, I'm just keeping it all the way real. Because if you play these games, you're not going to be good, okay? Because I have to tell you, we worked so hard to come up with these stories. When I saw this story, I said, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. It is so sad that I have to bring this up, but we're talking about it today. All right. Now, Pink Friday. Hold on, wait a minute. Where's Pink Friday? Okay. Pink Friday 2. I love the album. Pink Friday 2. The album is so good. Nicki Minaj, that woman, no stunts. No, I'm leaving my man. None of them. Like, she usually do a lot of stunt. But this time, she just released good music. F the club up. F the club up. Like, that song, I can play that everywhere. Like, I was dancing to that song all day. It was a good record. The song with Tasha Kai was everything. So it was amazing. I love the fact that Nicki Minaj released 22 records. And I thought I was going to get burnt out. I wasn't. I enjoyed it. But this is something to Cardi B and to any of these female rappers. Y'all got to bring it. It's a bar. And the reason why Nicki is able to get this much publicity is because she worked for the audience. The only one next to her is Cardi B. Cardi B albums sit in the top 5. Cardi B audience supported her. All the thing Cardi B have to do is stop being lazy and release a project, because her project may be like 6 years old, almost about 5-6 years old. It's already in the top 5 on iTunes. So that'll let us know that Cardi B does have an audience. Cardi B people is buying her stuff. The issue is with Cardi, she's so focused on her bumps or not having bumps and trying to silence Tasha, and she's getting distracted because Nicki Minaj told Tasha K to go after Cardi because it would distract her from her music career. Someone told me that Nicki Minaj told Tasha K to drag Cardi B to distract her with her album. It worked, because now she ain't talking about her album. She's talking about Tasha K, or making all of these tricks and talk about her man. She followed her man, etc., etc. So Nicki Minaj, I give her 2 thumbs up for this album. And I'm a man that have always criticized Nicki Minaj. Now, hopefully she can have some videos. Now, my predictions on this album is 150,000 copies in the first week. 150,000 copies in the first week. 150,000 copies in the first week. That's what I believe that should be. Okay. All right. 150,000 copies in the first. And I know people are saying stop at the line. Madam Butterfly. Why do you want me to start with the lies? I'm not lying. Madam Butterfly. What did I lie on, Butterfly? Spread your wings like a butterfly. What did I lie about? What did I lie about? No, tell me what did I lie about? Because you said stop the lies. I speak on it. I'm still 10 toes down. I've asked you, Miss Madam Butterfly, what did I lie about? What did I lie about? No, what did I lie about? Okay. Oh, you said yes, Nikki did tell Tasha that. Okay, thank you. Thank you right there and there. Okay, you're right. You're right. Okay, you were exactly right about that. Okay. So I love that album. I was listening to it and I was enjoying it. I was at the gym today, and y'all know I have lost some weight or whatever. I start the shot next month, or sometime this month. I'm sorry, and I'm excited. I'm already like 311. I'm sorry, like 303, and I'm trying to get it down. So yeah, Nikki never told Tasha to go after. Nikki never told Tasha to go after Tasha. What? Wiley, is she paid? Oh, okay. I don't know what she's talking about. She can have several seats. All right, but yeah, Nicki Minaj did a good album, and when I listen to the tracks, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this album is good. And the bars was like, yeah, Wiley, you ain't got ish to say. I didn't. I said I'm gonna eat that. Like a person, she challenged me that if I enjoy Nicki Minaj album, if I give a good review, I got to drink water for the next 7 days. So I've already bought this mountain water, and I got to drink 2 bottles of it before I can end the show. All right, Bart. That's the first bottle. I got the second bottle right here, a bottle of water. Okay. Y'all like this t-shirt? Make sure y'all go on Teespring. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Who all enjoyed Nicki Minaj album? Press 1. Okay, let me know if you enjoyed the album. Now I'm about to open up the phone lines if y'all want to call in and give y'all thoughts. Okay. You said stop drinking your niece's. You tried that. You really tried that. Justice for Levantre. We need justice. We need justice for this brother. So we definitely need justice. Larry is a whole pedo. We know that for a fact. So justice for Levantre. Justice for Levantre. All right. So let's open up the phone lines. If y'all want to call in, the number is 972-674-9462. 972-674-9462. 972-674-9462. Let me get it right. Nikki never told Tasha to go out the yeah, Nikki told Tasha to go after Cardi B. Nikki told Tasha to go after Cardi B. Yeah, Nikki told Tasha to go after Cardi B. Okay. All right. Come on. Anybody want to call in? I want to make sure. Anybody want to call in? All right. Anybody want to call in? We're going to do the after show on Station Head. We're going to do the after show on Station Head. Now, moderators, how we doing the likes? Did we do good in the likes, Octavia? Did y'all enjoy the interview? Did y'all enjoy the interview? Let me know. Did y'all enjoy the interview? I believe that interview was good. Yes, they said Cardi and Offset unfollow each other. That ain't no story. Okay, come on, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the video. If this get 100 likes, I F the club up. F the club up. F the club up. Make sure y'all like the video. Okay, we thank you all so very much for y'all love and for y'all support. Y'all have been so great, and we love y'all dearly. Make sure y'all go check out the video. Make sure y'all go check out Miss Kimberly Walmsley, her campaign. Make sure y'all go follow her, KimberlyWalmsley.com. We definitely want to thank her for coming on. If you want to be a blessing for you could do it. You could be a blessing of our show. Jason is never going to deal with you anymore. He never dealt with us in the first place, Mrs. Tiffany Young. He never dealt with us in the first place. This is not personal. This is business. See, Tiffany Young, you're not sitting in the seat that I sit in. You're on the outside looking in. I can interview anybody in this chat that I want to interview. As I lay me down, heaven hear me now. Come on, y'all. I'm lost without a cause. After giving it my all. Winter storms have come and are my son. After all that I've been through. Come on, y'all, sing it with me. Who on earth can I turn to? I look to you. I look to you. After all my strength is gone, and you I can be strong. I look to you. I look to you. All right. I'm trying to learn that song. Oh yeah, shut up. What's up, y'all? I'm trying to learn that song. I'm trying to learn I look to you, okay? I ain't mastered it yet. I gotta give him a little practice in. I gotta eat a little bit more poom poom when I look to you, because they said, who is your vocal coach? Nancy Gray. We thank y'all so very much, man. This has been a good show. I love y'all so much. I have been with you all for we haven't been able to take a week off in forever, but I do thank y'all. Make sure if y'all want to see us in person, we will be in Las Vegas. Okay, I gotta put the dates up on the screen here, so y'all can definitely see it. But my moderator is gonna post the dates on the screen here. But we will be in Las Vegas, the last weekend in April of next year. We will be in Vegas, you guys. It'll be a good time. Really looking forward to meeting you guys. This will be the first event that we have of next year. You guys, you're not paying me any money for Vegas. So no one ever paid me a dime for Vegas. All right. So let's stop with the okie doke. Stop listening to these people that's on the internet. They're trolls. All right. The one paid me to be you to be in Vegas. No one paid for you have to pay your own stuff, your own way, your own food, your own hotel and stuff like that. We'll be at the Palace Station Hotel. So I just want to make sure you all know that, so you don't have to pay me to go to Vegas. Okay, that's the last week in April. All right, that is April 26th through the 28th. So okay, let's make that perfectly clear. You're not paying me. All right, it's me and Couture Bay, and we got me and Couture Bay, and we also have Katie Talk 101. So you're not paying me to be going to Vegas. So all these trolls, these witches, stop listening to those witches. These people trying to cover up statutory R word. Justice for Levante, Surviving Larry Reed. Okay, and Katie Talk 101 will be joining us as well. So let's stop listening to that. Those are men that like men, and they want me to ride them like a rodeo. Okay, but I'm not doing it because they're nasty, because they got a nasty spirit, and that hole is full of mess and maggots. So no, I do not want you all to let that infect your mind. Stop listening to these people. Don't even bring that mess to me. Bring it to me in an email. We will address them behind the paid wall. All right? Or members only, we will address them. Okay? So let's stop. I don't listen to their content. I don't watch their content. I don't even consume it because they're not consumable. I didn't even consume Armand Wiggins' content at all. I don't consume it because he's foolish and he's full of maggots and he's full of mess. So I don't deal with that. Okay, these people come over here. They call into my show. They talk about me. I don't talk about these other people. I don't. All right. So again, whatever they saying, send me an email. Give me a timestamp. One of my team members will give me the highlight, but they won't get a view. I ain't like y'all. I'm not gonna watch somebody insult me. Okay. Because when Armand Wiggins was saying that he did that on station here, he didn't physically do it on YouTube. He did it on station here. He stopped doing that because he got shut down because he was boring. All right, we doing well over there. So we're going to have an amazing time over here on our show. We're going to talk about on station. Now, on station here, we'll talk about on station here or behind the paywall. We're not putting their name in the title. So if they want that, not gonna happen. They ain't got my name in the title, so their name ain't gonna go on no title. We're gonna keep that same energy. I told you, we give you the energy you give me. I ain't stunned what you talking about. I ain't stunned what you saying. Because Justice for Levantre, Surviving Larry Reed, we put that in the title, all right? We ain't stunned what they talking about because it's full of maggots and mess. We talking about, we have politicians on the show. We also have mess on this show. This is what we do. But they're upset and mad because we're asking for justice for Levantre. We're asking for justice because he was violated with that horse peen of Larry Reed. He did it. And also King Jive Godbrother got to take a garbage bag of medication because Larry Reed infected him. This is true. So we're not worried about what they saying over there. Y'all can bring it to members only and bring it over to members only, and they can just definitely talk about it, okay? Just like we ain't talk about another blogger that called us on the phone on Instagram because he's obsessed with our mind. He want to sleep with our mind, and we blocked him. He tried to go back to Instagram. Brother, you blocked. Don't try to record my vocals to build up your platform. Let your boyfriend Armand Wiggins do that. Don't call my phone. I don't exist. And when he called that phone, I went in. All right. So let them say what they want to say over there. I ain't stunning them because we doing amazing things over here. Okay. I washed my hair with this man 3-in-1. And I wash my body with this Irish Spring. I smell good. I look good. And I got good looking people that watch me. I ain't stunting, as the old folks would say. I ain't stunting those queens over there. Do you hear me? Their name ain't going in the title. They wish their name would go in the title, but it's not. All right. If they don't put my name in the title and drag me with my name in the title, you think their name gonna go in the title? Nope. Man, thing stunning. They can drown in their mess. And I still won't be. I go to their funeral and sing at their funeral. And I preach at their funeral and people get delivered at their funeral. Because all the witches will be coming. I get that witch spirit out of them. They'll turn into a power. The power of God will eat that wickedness and witchcraft, eat it up from the bones. Okay? So you can't get mad because I won't give you that energy. I ain't stunning you. Look at Bishop Carson Pearson. That man got ate up by cancer and people using his dead bones and using it for clicks and views. Using that man dead bones. The cancer ate up his body and you got a camera in front of his face. The stench of cancer is eating up his body. You supposed to be a preacher, Larry Reed, and you up there got a camera in his face. Ain't you shame, you wicked devil? Ain't you shame that cancer ate up Bishop Carson Pearson's body and you got a camera, you wicked, stupid devil? You know you stupid for that. You got a camera. That's just like you. Your granddaddy died. You got a camera for a click and a view. That phone should have slipped out your hand and hit that pinky toe for they could go on there and release it like they released Coach Prime pinky toe or big toe. They should have went on there and released it and detached it from the foot like they did Coach Prime toe. No, make no sense. You got a camera and a dead man face. The man ain't hit the ground good. You got him in that freezer, freezing up. And you got him in the camera because you want that dead body out the freezer so you can bring it to Atlanta to have some clout. I told you, if they do one more video, they put my name in it, I'm going down there to Georgia December the 18th. I'm going to have my protesters. We're going to be down there protesting. All right? So you can't get mad at Brother Wiley because we doing our show. This is what we do over here. We have a good time. We ain't stunning. They in the bushes watching us right there. We don't watch them at all. We ain't stunning them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't stunning them. I just had a meeting over there at Zeus. And Zeus people reached out to me. Yeah, they reached out to us. I don't know why they reached out to us. We'll let y'all know later on, but they did reach out to us. There's rumors going around. They reached out to us, and that's fine. I'll let y'all know that later. We'll see if the deal makes sense. If it makes sense, then we'll participate. If it don't make sense, if it don't make money, it don't make sense. And we ain't just going to run to do something because they reached out to us. We're going to take our time. We're going to take our time. Do you understand? We are not going to rush about it. We ain't going to rush. We're going to take our time, because if we take our time, then there's no, we're not going to rush it. All right? So whatever happened, it happened. Now, we thank you all so very much. Make sure y'all come to Vegas. We got the Palace Station Hotel in Vegas, April 26th through the 28th. Come on through, book your flight, book your hotel room. If you ain't got no husband, don't worry, you'll leave with a husband. Or at least you'll leave with a 3-night stand. Ashabashada. Type in the chat, 3-night stand. Type in the chat, 3-night stand. Talk to y'all later. Just typed it in the chat, 3-night stand. Talk to y'all later. We will see y'all on Station Head. Peace.